Waycross Sports coverage of Winton Woods High School football is made possible in part by More Air. Wild Birds Unlimited, your backyard bird feeding specialists. The third annual Financial Empowerment Conference. Bishop's Auto Care. And Omni Funplex. Waycross Sports coverage of Winton Woods High School football is made possible in part by More Air. Wild Birds Unlimited, your backyard bird feeding specialists. The third annual Financial Empowerment Conference. Bishop's Auto Care. And Omni Funplex.
Welcome to Frederick Stadium and Week 4 of OHSAA football, homecoming week here at Frederick Stadium. Waycross Community Media is here tonight with this Cloud 9 conflict between your Winton Woods Warriors and the Archbishop Moeller Crusaders. I'm Jake Williams, and along with Tom Hall, we are here with the call of this game. Well, Tom, last week was happy to see our defense. I was happy to see our defense playing up to heroic standards. I have a 55-gallon drum of Bill Parcells anointing oil waiting for these guys if they can drop the hammer again this week. Now, hoping to avoid that is my old friend, Chad Murphy, the offensive coordinator at Moeller. I'm sure Coach Parker wants Chad to know that he don't have to go home when this game is over, but he will need to get on up out of here. Tom, it's good to have you back this week. What revelations can you share with the WCM about your observations surrounding this game?
This should be an interesting game, I think, Jake. It's two teams that are in somewhat different situations. The Winton Woods Warriors right now are at the top of their game. They're 3-0. They've won their 3 games by a combined score of 115-14. They're ranked 8th in the state. They're ranked 65th in the entire nation, and they have a number of legitimate stars on the team. Moeller is a different story. They have a new coach this year. Their coach last year left to go to the Cincinnati Bengals staff. So the new coach is a man named Todd Nauman, and they started out poorly. They lost their first 2 games by combined scores of 69-0. But last week they changed quarterbacks, and he brought in his new quarterback, Drew Altamule, and they beat Louisville Trinity by a score of 41-0. So Moeller, I think the question for Moeller is, can they build on the positives that they had last week and take on these Winton Woods Warriors? One of the problems with Moeller, though, is not only do they have to play the Winton Woods Warriors tonight, next week it's Xavier, the week after that LaSalle, and the week after that they have Elder. And all 4 of these teams, including the Warriors, are in the top 10 ranked in the entire state. So, given all that, what's going to happen tonight? Well, who knows? Can the Warriors keep up the momentum they have? Can they make it 4-0? Can they beat Moeller for the 3rd consecutive year? Or can the Warriors, can the Crusaders build on the positives they had last week with their new quarterback and give the Warriors a real run for their money?
Well, I've seen that new quarterback, this number 12, Drew Altamule, and he's a big guy to be bringing down in the open field. As we see the Winton Woods Warriors appearing to, here they come. They're coming out and they're making their appearance onto the field now. Before we go too far, Tom, I just want to name these are the Winton Woods starters on offense. At quarterback, number 7, Mikhail Wingfield. Number 28, Mayan Williams. At wide receiver, number 1, Demir Blankumsey. Offensive line, number 60, Brendan Lowry is senior. Wide receiver, number 3, Jamonte Murray is senior. Offensive line, number 65, Kenny Carter, senior. And at wide receiver, number 11, Kobe Sanders is senior. Wide receiver, number 12, B.J. Johnson, B.J. Johnson Jr., a senior. And number 53 at offensive line, Godfrey Anang, a senior. Number 55, Leonard Taylor on offensive line, a junior. And junior, Devlin Stallworth, number 66. Before I go too much further, also, I just want to name the officials. The officials in tonight's game are the referee will be Michael Gibson, the umpire, J.T. Shabline, the linesman, Corey West, the line judge, Steve Hazlitt, and the back judge, Steve Stevens. As we see the Moeller Crusaders making their appearance onto the field.
The Warriors had a lot of trouble last week, especially in the first half with their handoffs. And we'll see if they can improve upon that tonight. The game last week was a strange one. The Warriors allowed the Upper Arlington team to stay in the game and throughout the first half. In fact, Arlington had the lead at halftime, but the Warriors came storming back in the second half. They gave them a lot of Neon Williams. What happened? Williams again and again at them at the Arlington team, and they just wore them down. The Arlington team just couldn't keep up with Williams by the end of the game.
Well, I was proud of the Warriors to make a comeback in that game, but I'd rather see them eliminate this cardiac effect where, like you said, they let that team hang around too long. The big positive that I took out of that game last week was the defense played so well. A lot of new hats out there on defense, but they're playing. And if they're playing, that's going to take pressure off of Mayan Williams. We see the Moeller Crusaders getting ready to kick this ball off and get this game underway.
Yeah, the defense was exceptionally sharp last week.
Kevin Thibodeau, number 1, about to set foot to this and get this game started. And here it is. End over end kick, lands deep in the end zone. Blankham, will have to let it fall where Winton Woods Warriors are putting it here on their own 20-yard line.
Big crowd here tonight. Moeller brought a lot of fans. The traffic was exceptionally heavy. It's homecoming. Got all the kings and queens and cheerleaders here, the band. It's a big evening here.
That's right. It's early in the season for a homecoming affair, but that's probably why we don't have our colleague Ben Quackenbush up here today. He's busy doing his homecoming activities with the school as the Warriors break the huddle. His first play from scrimmage. Turn, give to Williams. Man is in the backfield.
It was Chris Richter that came in and made the stop. The defensive lineman for Moeller. It was a very good start for the Moeller Crusaders.
Warriors are second down and 11.
We know Mayan Williams is coming.
Turn, gives to Williams again. He's up the middle, breaks through a couple arm tackles, cuts outside, down to the 50, 40. Couple guys trying to catch up to him. He finally is hauled down. Not until he reaches deep into Moeller territory on their 22-yard line. First down, no flag.
Credit the Winton Woods offensive line on that one. They blew a huge hole right in the middle for Williams to run through, and his speed got him the rest of it.
So Williams back there again. So we might try to throw the fade up in the corner to Blankenson. Williams with the carry, twist out of a tackle and muscles for what he could get down to about 21-yard line. Second down.
One man to beat in the middle, so he spun out, but then there were several Crusaders waiting for him on the right side of the line.
Second and 8. Winfield back, Williams in the pistol now. Winfield's in the pistol, Williams with him. Williams with the carry. Nose is in there for what he can get. Looks like the pickup is about 2 or 3. Gonna make it third down.
It's interesting how they're starting this game, isn't it? It's just Williams, Williams, Williams. Last week they were running these options, faking handoffs and so forth. Nothing fancy here.
Well, I think hopefully they learned their lesson, those options and faking handoffs and weren't getting it done. It was just slowing Williams down, give him the ball, let him bust through there on his own. So we'll see what Winfield comes up with. He's looking to throw over complete in the right flat, but the man took a knee to make the catch. That's number 12, B.J. Johnson Jr. with the grab.
It'll be third and short, I think. Nope, no, give him the first.
Call it first down.
Number 3, Valentine. Number 44, Topper made the stop for Moeller.
So, Gail Winfield is wearing number 17 this week, I guess, and he was wearing number 7 last week. So he's under center. In motion. Williams with the carry. Williams muscling, still on his feet. finally pulled down about the 11-yard line.
A little moving pile, huh?
9:11 left to go in the first quarter.
Will Bally with the tackle for Moeller. Second and
We're
3.
in motion again. He fakes to Gibbons. Mikhail Wingfield's in the end zone for the first Winton Woods Warrior touchdown of the night at 8:57 left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, they faked the handoff inside to Williams, and the Crusaders totally bought the fake because Williams had carried the ball virtually every other play, and that opened up the outside for the touchdown.
Nice work, much better than that first offensive drive last week, and I don't want to belabor the point about last week because I'm sure they got that in the rearview mirror.
Yeah, there's a learning curve here, definitely.
So that kick is good. So with 8:57 left to go in the first quarter here from Frederick Stadium on the campus of Winton Woods High School, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 7 and the visiting Moeller Crusaders nothing.
Fantastic start for the Warriors, and kind of a nightmare start for the Crusaders. But hey, Crusaders can just get the ball and march down the field here. They get themselves right back in this game. Let's see how the Warriors defense can do.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, I was in practice on Wednesday, and the defense playing against the scout team, they were intercepting everything in sight. I mean, guys was making house calls on these interceptions too. I realized it was a scout team, but this defense looked like they're just all ready to go. See Ramel Velasquez getting ready to kick this ball off. Velasquez, he's going to need a lot of practice this week. I think he missed 1 or 2 PATs last week. So Moeller's got guys back on their 8 to receive this kick. And this kick it's at the 10. It's picked up at the 10. Runs inside of the tackle and gets it up to the 25-yard line against the Warriors special teams.
We're going to get a replay of the long Mayan Williams run. Yeah, this is the one the line just opened that huge hole in the middle. 44 had a chance at him, but couldn't get him, and then he was off for the races.
Yeah, this guy here, it's like giving a ball to a BMW. He's just splashing through there.
He is so quick, and he is so strong.
So 1st and 10. 8:51 left to go in the first quarter here. Through Altamir.
Oh, look out.
Right, he's hit as he throws. And this ball's caught down the right sideline, and he's going to outrun. They're calling it out of bounds. Out of bounds at the Winton Woods Warrior 49-yard line. So thankfully we see on the replay here, Wild Bird Unlimited replay, where, I mean, Altamuli's a big guy, but he's going to remember that hit. So here comes the Crusaders as they break the huddle.
It was one of those what might have been plays for both teams.
This is where the Warrior defense has to stiffen. There's Goings with the carry. Can't get to the edge, there's too much speed. He's going to be taken down for a loss of a yard on a play.
Yeah, we saw last week that Arlington had very little luck running at the Winton Woods defensive line. The Winton Woods Warriors have a lot of team speed on defense. This is one of the reasons that it's so hard to beat. And they can pursue, they can tackle, they're good fundamental tacklers. And so if Moeller's going to go at the line of scrimmage like this, going to really need to block. That's why that pass was a good way to start the game, I think. Kind of loosened up the Warriors.
That's right. I think that pass that caught somebody peeking in the backfield and almost made him pay. Crusaders trips right. Oh, Louis. This ball is incomplete. Bobbling act on his receiver's part. He was almost able to come up with it.
Yeah, quick down the middle. Warriors got in the middle of that one pretty well. Would have been a miracle catch if the Moeller Crusaders had been able to hang on to it.
3rd and 11. Big play early in this game. This is going to determine field position for really both teams. Crusaders need to execute well. We'll see what happens on this 3rd down play first. Harrington Valentine.
3rd and short.
Back to throw. Big pass over the middle. It's caught. It's enough for a 1st down.
That was a great pass. The coverage was good. The Warriors' number 8, Daylon Long, he was there, but he was behind the receiver, and it had to be a great pass to complete it, and it was a great pass.
It was a great pass. He put it right where it had to be. And so now, with this Drew Altamuli showing ability to complete passes, it's going to have the Warrior defense on their toes. There's a give to Dunlop, but he is stuffed by the Warrior defense.
Yeah, they ran into Malcolm Bryant, number 58. Malcolm is 5'11", 315 pounds.
Malcolm Bryant is a man, though. He's a player. He's been starting for Winton Woods now for, I'm believing this is his 3rd year. Both sides of the ball, he can do either well. So here's Moeller breaking the huddle. Moeller calling timeout. 6:28 left to go in the 1st quarter. Warriors getting the hydration to their players.
It's a warm night. I think the temp around kickoff was probably in the low to mid 80s. The humidity is down from last week. Last week it was hot.
Yeah.
This is warm. I would call it warm.
Yeah, this is a better day for football than last week was.
Yeah.
Well, actually, unfortunate not to have any rain so far with those lightning delays and so forth. This being the 4th game of the season now, the Warriors just looking to conduct the schedule as it's laid out from week to week. Definitely have last season in the rearview mirror, playing good ball against good opponents, good worthy opponents.
They are.
See what the Chad Murphy Coach Moeller offense can come up with on this. 2nd and 10. And Goins again trying to muscle in there, but this ball is snatched away, and this guy's on his feet, and no whistle, and he's going to outrun everybody. It looks like that's going to be a touchdown for the Winton Woods Warriors. That's number 8, Daylan Long.
The ball came out, and Long got it. You're right. There's no whistle. That's a touchdown.
Daylan Long, a younger brother of David Long, who now plays for the Tennessee Titans, as we see on a Wild Bird Unlimited replay there.
Long somehow came out of that pileup with the football.
Here's Velasquez looking at PAT on this thing. Blankency with the hold. Hold is down, kick is up. And that kick is good. So with 6:14 left to go in the 1st quarter here from Frederick Stadium, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 14 and Archbishop Moeller Crusaders nothing.
Here's the replay. The Crusader has the ball. Can't see much from that angle.
And we'll see there again is the
Number 8 is the man in blue is going to come out of here with the ball. Oh, he's pulling it. He took it away from the ball carrier.
Yeah.
And the ball carrier was not down. That is a touchdown, definitely. I don't care if they reviewed it or not. That's a touchdown. Wow, what a play by Long. And what a killer touchdown for Moeller. I mean, they took their opening kickoff and actually were doing something positive, getting down the field and making some first downs, and then that. Pow. We're down 14 zip.
That's good work by our Waycross volunteer crew. These are volunteers coming in here and putting in this time to put in your living rooms. Romel Velasquez ready to step into this. We got Crusaders standing on their 10 to receive it. This kick is in over in. Picked up on the 5-yard line, straight north with the ball. He's running outside of possible tackles and out of bounds. It's number 32 with that carry for Moeller. Shaw. So they're going to put this ball on the 24-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, what Moeller was doing in the first possession was working. So I think you come back and try some more of that, mixing up the passes with the runs, although the runs up the middle weren't doing much. But they were getting down the field, mostly on the passes.
Yeah, I don't want to see him throwing that pass, because here we go, blitz. He's coming from the safety. This ball's complete over on the right flat, but the defenders are waiting for him. And after a short gain, they get it up to the 29-yard line.
Nequan Grace with the tackle. Good coverage.
Gonna make it a 2nd and 5. 5:45 left to go in the first half. Excuse me, in the first quarter. So here are the Crusaders as they break the huddle. Drew Altamuli. Up there in the pistol. Pulls it down and gives it to number 5. That ball's out on the floor. And Warriors are saying they have that one. The Warriors do come up with that loose ball. We see on the Wild Bird Unlimited replay that it just shot right out. And who's that on the ball? Daylan Long, number 8 for the Warriors.
That was Kai Insiligme. I'm probably number 50 is the man who forced that fumble.
Number 50, that's Kai Insiligme. Deep ball thrown. There's Blankenship with the catch. And he's going to make it down inside the 5-yard line. Well, it's going to be 1st and goal for the Warriors. And no flags on the field.
The defensive coverage was there if the ball had been long, but the ball was short, and the receiver had to come back for it. That's why it got completed.
Yeah, the receiver made a nice adjustment to that ball where the defender didn't see at the time. It was Williams, but the Moeller defense has that one all stacked up in the middle, maybe a yard. Second and goal here from the 3-yard line. Wingfield under center now. Williams back there. In motion is Blankenship. Blankenship gets the give, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown on the jet sweep for the Winton Woods Warriors. 4:20 left to go here, and we have a score pending the outcome of the PAT of the Winton Woods Warriors 20. And the Moeller Crusaders, nothing.
They sent the man in motion and handed it off, and he ran down along the back of the line, then cut in. This is turning out to be a disaster for Moeller.
There's Blankenship. High snap, Blankenship gets it down, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 4:20 left to go here in the first quarter, from Frederick Stadium on the campus of Winton Woods High School, we have a score of the Winton Woods Warriors 21 and the Moeller Crusaders nothing.
So here's the long completion. The receiver had to come back for the ball, and that's why it was completed. And then here's the touchdown. They had a man in motion, and he just ran on in. This is
nice alley. That was
yeah, it was.
Alley that they formed for him.
They did a good job blocking there. They did.
Well, this is a different start than we had last week here for the Winton Woods.
It sure is. Warriors took the opening kickoff for a touchdown, and Moeller's had 2 possessions, lost the ball in both the possessions to, well, one was a fumble and one was a strip. And the Winton Woods Warriors cashed in for touchdowns on both of them. And now Moeller's in a 21-0 hole, and the Warriors are riding high. Yeah, I thought he, now see the replay here, I thought he nearly lost the ball too. Let's take a look here. Yeah, the Winton Woods tackler hit the ball in his arm, but didn't come out. Oh. Yeah, he could have caught that one maybe if he had a second try at it, but Moeller will try it again.
.409 left to go here. Quarterback draw. Gonna make it up to the 25-yard line before he's run out of bounds. But that's along the lines of something that the Crusaders might want to try.
Yeah, they got some good yards out of that.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's a big guy. I mean, I don't think people are just going to think lightly of going up there and putting a one-on-one shoulder to this guy.
It's 3rd and short.
It's going to make it a 3rd and 1 now for the Crusaders. Ball is incomplete. No flag on the field. I guess the Warrior defenders timed that blitz.
He did. I thought he was offside.
I did too. Well, it's going to bring it to 4th down here.
Here's the replay. No, he wasn't
good.
He was onside.
3:57 left to go. We got Demir Blankenship standing on his 33-yard line awaiting this kick. Kick is off.
Oh,
Spiral kick. Blankenship with the grab on his 36. Round right in. He's got blockers. He's down the street. Finally knocked out of bounds, looks like on his own on the Crusader 29-yard line.
the punt was long, but it was low and quick, and it sort of got there before the coverage did.
Yeah.
And that allowed Blankenship to kind of line up his alley and get going.
Blankenship is one sure-handed receiver, and you know he catches that ball like it's glue, and it keeps on motoring. So here's the Warrior offense now. 3:46 left to go in the first quarter. Williams back there with Mikhail Winfield. give to Williams. He runs around left guard, and they string him out for little or no gain on the play.
The Crusaders did a good job of stringing him along the line on that play. Well, here's a handoff. You see he's going to work him down the line. And Moeller's Crusaders come up and get in on the tackling.
Got a 2nd and 9. See what the Warrior offense comes up with. High snap. He keeps it himself, but the Moeller defense is waiting for Wingfield. He breaks out of one tackle. He's still on his feet. Finally pushed out of bounds near his 20-yard line.
Well, he made something out of nothing on that one, didn't he?
He sure did.
He fakes a handoff to Williams, and I think he's going to pass. There's nothing there. He's able to outrun the Moeller
Nice
defenders.
perimeter block from, I think that was Blankenship throwing that block downfield for him.
We're several yards.
3rd down and 2, they're calling it. Call you short 2. There's Williams with the carry. Moeller just got all kind of hats there attracted to Williams.
It's going to be close. I think he had it. Yeah, 1st down. He had it. Didn't make it by much.
1st down.
Yeah, the Crusaders were ready, but Williams is so strong. He's one of those runners that's very difficult to get him for a negative yardage. It's very hard.
Let's see, the Warriors got number 15, Will Winton in there playing tight end. Williams with the carry, steps over some tacklers, still on his feet, down inside the 15-yard line. Clock rolling, 2:22 left to go in the 1st quarter.
This might be one of the biggest crowds I've ever seen at a Warriors game.
Good crowd.
All the seats look full, and the visiting stands are full.
Yeah, you knew Moeller would bring people with them as far as those visiting stands over there. So it's just like, okay, we see the Warriors ready to set this thing in gear. Williams with the carry, sees the hole, runs straight ahead, still on his feet. Finally get him down about the 6-yard line.
They make it 1st and goal.
1st and goal, we see Williams just wants it bad. But there's a lot of Moeller defenders who are equally up to the task of being where we're not just going to let you run through us, mister. You see the Winton Woods Warriors, they got their diesel package now. They got some defensive players in there. I see Whitson, Kai, and Sixame in there. Some up front blocking for this diesel package here.
There's a big crowd we told you about.
See where the Winton Woods Warriors training staff, Doc Adams, Adam Shipley, taking a look at Mayan Williams.
We're looking at one of his legs.
1:29 left to go in the 1st quarter.
I don't see any ice bags or anything. Looks like they're examining his left leg.
So here we go with the Moeller defense out on the field. Mikhail Wingfield knowing that he's got Jamonte Murray back there with him. Don't go to sleep on Jamonte Murray either, I'm telling you. Murray with the carry. Straight ahead up the middle, but he's slowed down and finally taken down on a 3-yard line. See Williams up off that training table talking to our old colleague Pin Quackenbush down there. Okay, Winfield under center. He follows the fake give inside. And we're waiting for the call. Touchdown, Wintonwood Warriors. 46.9 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Pending the outcome of the PAT, we got the Warriors ahead 27-0. See again with
Another moving pile play. Forced it into the end zone there.
so who got that carry? Demonte Murray or
I
Winfield?
think it was Murray, I think.
The hold is down.
Oh, blocked.
That kick is blocked.
There's something positive from Moeller.
46.9 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We have a score of your Wintonwood Warriors 27 and the visiting Archbishop Moeller Crusaders nothing.
There's a point after.
Well, it's just somebody leaped up there. It's just a good play.
No, I'm sorry.
So we see the Warriors special teams fanning out here, waiting this kick from Velasquez. Crusaders have players standing on their 6-yard line awaiting this kick. And Velasquez puts a foot to it and caught it. And this guy's going to roll into the end zone, so a touchback. .44 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Yeah, this is a good homecoming crowd and a good homecoming game. They'll have a lot of, stepping and cutting the rug, celebrating what hopefully will end up being a victory. There's the give inside. Nothing there. Gabe Goins, sophomore running back for the Crusaders. Goins, he's 5'9", 170 pounds. I know the Winton Woods Warriors had a running back on their state champ team, number 22, Jeremiah Goins. He'll probably be in later this year when they celebrate the 10-year state title team. As the clock runs down to where that's going to be the end of the first quarter here from Frederick Stadium. We have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 27 and the Moeller Crusaders nothing.
Well, it was a disaster quarter for Moeller and a fabulous quarter for the Warriors. I do not remember a penalty flag. Do you, Jake?
No, I don't. And,
that's another difference from last week, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So, like I said, I was at practice on Wednesday, and the guys, coaching staff, players, they were practicing down there. I call it the lower 40 because it was a soccer game or something that night. So you could get closer to them, you could see. And I'm telling you, the guys on defense, they were intercepting everything that was thrown. Offensive starters, everyone was going about their business. Unfortunately, when I was at practice on Wednesday, I got stung by a hornet.
Ooh.
And the trainer, Doc Adams, had to get me squared away on my little hornet sting. But you know what? That was the first time I was stung in 28 years. The last time I got stung is in '91, and my son's football team, the Little Red Machines, won the title in '91.
Yeah.
So maybe every year I get stung, my team wins the title. That ball is complete, and he's in the backfield. He's hit hard.
is complete for negative yardage.
This is where Wintonwood's defense is going to keep their foot on the throat, and that's what they need. This is a whole different little group of defenders they got here this year.
Yeah, they're very aggressive.
And they got a lot of talent, a lot of guys coming back.
And 11 from the 19-yard line.
Third and 11. This is where they got to get off the field, though. I think this is where Moeller probably wants to run that first play from scrimmage that they used. Where they got behind the defenders. Quarterback draw, he gets through the first line, but other defenders are waiting for him. Picks up about 3.
Carries to the left side. On the stop, number 50.
I think he was going to look to the receiver to the right, and if he was covered, which he was, he's just going to run it. But again, the middle of the Winton Woods line, there isn't much there. The size and strength and talent up front. Another punt for Moeller. Now, the last punt did not have much hang time. That's why the Warriors got such a good return out of it. So let's see what happens here.
So Noah Hughes is looking to step off into this punt. Blankenship standing on his own 33-yard line and waiting to kick. Kick is off. Short kick. Blankenship. He just tried to do that deal, and that's one time he didn't get away with it.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to give that ball back to Moeller, and that was one that this.
Moeller trying to get a break going. The punt is short. That's what happened. Is Blackensee was back because the last punt was a long one, but this one was short, and he had to run up to get it, and he would have been better off just letting that one go.
He'd been better off letting that ball hit and staying away from it. Now it's up to the Ward defense to see to it that Moeller doesn't make hay out of this. Back to pass. He's chased out of the pocket.
There's a flag.
Flag on the play. He's run out of bounds by number 9 in the Warriors defense. That's Cam Sanders.
First flag, and it's holding on the Moeller Crusaders.
Holding on Moeller.
You can find a hold in there. There it is, yeah. They were holding, I think they were holding number 50, Kai.
Other Moeller, other Winton Woods starters on defense are number 31, Andrew Booker. Number 4, Mequan Grace. 58, Malcolm Bryant. Number 15, Will Whitson. Number 23, Kenny Brooks. Number 9, Cam Sanders. And number 8, Daylan Long, already have a touchdown tonight. Number 5, Caleb Tubbs. Number 6, Tamarian Crumpley. Number 21, Javon Thompson. And number 99, defensive lineman, Mikhail Stewart. Back to pass. This ball is caught incomplete over the middle. 9:54 left to go in the half here.
It looked like a good pass. The
Yeah,
Warriors were right there on. Yeah, he was getting tackled at the very moment the ball showed up, and Warriors were on top of that one.
It looks like, I can't tell my old friend Chad Murphy how to do his job, but it looks like this guy, number 12, Drew Altamuni, I would just utilize him to try to run his ball, loosen things up a little bit. We'll see what they come up with on the 2nd 24. Timeout called by the Crusaders.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea to talk it over. Moeller badly needs a first down here, but 2nd 27. 24, excuse me. It's not going to be easy. Yeah, I think your advice is good, Jake. Utilize the quarterback. Throw some more passes. Have him run some. Kind of loosen his whole show up. Running into the middle of we said it. Running into the middle of the Warriors' defensive line is not going to work. You may get a spring of play here and there, but in terms of the strategy for your game, it's just not a good strategy to play too many times.
You see again the live crowd tonight, Warrior Nation here. Winning football as usual now for them tonight. And, with 9:54 left to go in the half. See what happens now in this second and 24. Altamuli back there. They come after Altamuli. This pass is complete, but he's hammered upon the reception. That's number 6 on the tackle.
If the Crusader could have gotten past number 6, he could have gotten some much bigger yards. But
Jamarian Crumpley, he played a good game last year for them. Last week for them.
He did. He had a good game last week, and he really bashed the Crusader that time.
3rd and 19 here.
Got a special play. Here's a good time to use it.
We've got Goins setting up over in the slot.
3 receivers to the left.
Altamuli runs out of the pocket, throws his ball. Are they
Feed
going
in.
to say he's in bounds? They're calling him in bounds.
Yes.
Caught.
Whoa. That's the far side of the field from us. I could not tell if he'd gotten his feet in. The Warriors lost him on the coverage. Yeah, oh yeah. Well, looks like he's okay.
So 1st and 10 here.
Yeah, looks like he got those in.
Yeah, he was in. Gabe Goins, good play for the Crusaders.
That was a really good catch. Got 1st down, wow.
Altamuli makes the handoff. Guy cuts up for a nice yardage. Looks like it's going to be a 1st down. Altamuli's making that handoff. So here they come, the Crusaders up on the ball. Ball's caught. And he can't make any yards. That's number 6 with that grab.
Got 1st down though. Was not a big gainer, but it was enough for the 1st. So it'll put the Crusaders are down on the Warriors' 29-yard line now.
This is where the Moeller, the Winton Woods defense would like to stiffen up here. And Malcolm Bryant, number 58, anchoring the middle of that defensive line for the Warriors. Back to pass, this ball is incomplete out in the left flat.
I'm not sure how far he would have gotten if he'd caught it because there were the Warriors coming over to hit him, but he had the receiver open.
He wouldn't have got a 1st down.
No, we got a few yards.
Yeah. That brings it to a 2nd and 10. 7:18 left to go here in the half. 2nd and 10. This is a good down again. I don't want do Coach Chad Murphy's work for him, but I'll go ahead and let number 12 run this ball. I mean, he'll have to run it anyway if they chase him out of the backfield. Here they call timeout.
That's their last timeout, I think. Yeah.
So while we're in this timeout, we didn't get to talk about this too much last week, but Waycross Community Media could use your help to volunteer. We need volunteers, young volunteers. Tom and I are old timers. He graduated in 67, I graduated in 69. We need some young volunteers. Call 513-825-2429 or visit www.waycross.tv/volunteer.hotmeal. Oh, here comes a Crusader offensive line out here dressing the ball. Ultimately rolling.
Oh.
He's got Booker in his face. This pass is complete. Flag on the play, but that may end up going against the Warriors.
That was a great pass.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, there was significant pressure on the quarterback, but he got the ball off, and the receiver went up and made the good catch.
Yeah, they're going to call that a good play. We see Kai and Sixame running out onto the field, play defense for the Warriors on this first down and goal.
Calls interference on the Warriors, but of course they're declining. You can see pressure on the quarterback, and boy, oh, what a catch. What a great play. Warrior coverage, well, he had interfered, but the Warrior was right there.
So 7:04 left to go here in the half.
Okay, so first and goal for the Moeller Crusaders.
Altamuli gets the snap, turns and gives to Goins, but there's nothing there. The Warrior defense is pretty stout on that play.
Yeah, look at the size of those Warriors there in the middle.
Yeah, I was telling you, it's number 58, Malcolm Bryant. He's a player.
Number 99 there, Mikhail Stewart. He's 6 feet and 305 pounds. These guys are quick, too. That's the other thing. They're not just big, they're quick.
Yeah, these guys, they get work. I've come to practice enough to see that they get work. So here's Alton Muley back there. Whispering some direction. He's looking to throw.
Yeah.
Ball's caught. He's trying to get over the right edge, but the Warrior defenders are there to stop it. Looks like it's going to be 33 yards to go.
They tried to spread the field out. They got a few yards, but again, the Warriors' superior speed makes those hard plays to execute.
So this third and goal, I fear the Crusaders, you might as well, if you can't convert this third down, just go ahead and kick. Put something on the scoreboard before halftime. Altamuli looking to throw. This ball's over the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete, but a flag on the play. And they're going to call that against the Warriors more than likely.
Yeah, number 6 for the Warriors, Tamarin Crumpley mugged the receiver back there. That was an obvious interference play.
Yeah, I think you're starting to frustrate the Winton Woods defense to some degree.
The Moeller Crusaders have had some success with their passing game. Yeah, you can see the Warriors. Yeah, I mean that's not interference. Somebody told me what is.
So it's going to be first and goal from the 3-yard line. This is where the Crusaders and come up with something. Timeout's been called.
It should be first. The marker says third down. It should be. Third, huh? They moved the ball half the distance of the goal and kept it third down.
It can't be third down. Whatever that penalty was, they had to make it first down. Stuffed in the backfield. Winwood's defenders all over that.
Yeah, in the pros, that would have been a first down in the pros, but I guess in high school it's half the distance and replay the down.
So they're going to call it 4th down and 2 then. Looks like the Moeller offense is going to stay out on the field. Clock running, 4:42 left to go in the half.
Yeah, the quarterback's staying in the game. They're going to go for it.
Well, that's who I think is going to try to make this happen. He's got Gabe Goins back there with him. Altanuli rolling to his right, throws his ball. Incomplete, defended by the Warrior defense. Nice play.
That was a great play by the Warriors' number 5, Caleb Tubbs.
Caleb Tubbs, nice. See on the Wild Bird Unlimited replay, Tubbs wasn't going for it. He was just up there. Nice clean play, no flag. So the Warriors take over on downs with 4:14 left to go in the half.
Yeah, Tubbs just had great position here.
Yes.
There was almost no chance of completing that pass to that receiver at that moment. Yeah, it's just a touchdown saving play, frankly.
See the Warriors breaking the huddle.
It's a huge disappointment for the Crusaders to be so close, and they come out as it was nothing.
Yeah, well, this is where the Warrior offense is going to have to move this ball out of the shadow of their end zone with 4:14 left to go in the half.
Yeah, take their sweet time. Moeller can't stop the clock. He burned all their timeouts this half. So the Warriors can just run some plays and keep the clock moving and get to the locker room in good shape.
Seems like as the night falls here at Frederick Stadium, it's going to be a perfect evening for football without the humidity that we've had lately.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's going to be a great halftime show. We urge our viewers to hang around for the halftime because we've got the Winton Warriors marching band. We have the homecoming queen and king and the court. A lot to see.
Okay, under center on his 1st and 10 is Wingfield. Mayan Williams back there behind him. Here's that.
Oh.
Winfield took it from Williams, and now he's around left end for a big game. Finally pulled down out of bounds at the Winton Woods 39-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10.
The fake to Williams, and they once again the Crusaders bought it because Williams carried the ball so many times.
Look at that.
Yeah, the blocker in front of him.
I think he even faked Williams out because Williams thought that he was just going to keep that ball go down with the tackle, but
not to be.
1st and 10. Williams with this carry cuts it inside of a tackle, but the Moeller defense is there and stops him on his own 45-yard line.
I'll be curious to see Williams' statistics at halftime. He's had a couple of big gainers, but beyond that, the Crusaders have done a pretty good job of containing him for the most part.
Well, that's okay. I mean, he doesn't have to have 280 yards rushing every week.
No, it doesn't.
There's Williams still on his feet, busting through there near first down yardage.
He might have it.
You see on the Wild Bird Unlimited replay where, you know, Williams is just not going to be taken down by one or two guys.
Now, what's going to happen here is what happened last week is Williams is going to wear out the defense. Tackling him cannot be easy.
Wingfield under center. Williams behind them. Blankumsey in motion. There's Williams with the carry. No, Wingfield keeps it. He gets outside, but he's hit hard and hammered. But not until he picks up first down yardage.
Yeah, first down, he did get crunched. You're right. He gets crunched at a funny angle when he gets hit here. Right there, he escaped it. But
he escaped it. It didn't look. It wasn't as bad as it looked at first.
Yeah.
2:43 left to go in the half. First and 10. The Warriors on their own 49-yard line here. Blankumsey in motion. Winfield straight drop, looking to throw this ball. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. He runs for what he can get. Looks like he's going to pick up to about the 46-yard line of the Crusaders.
He had plenty of time, but couldn't find an open receiver downfield.
See, Wingfield, it looks like he's willing to take what they'll give him. He drops back there, stands around, bouncing on his feet. If there's nothing there, he'll just take it and run for it.
Yeah, that's right. Don't make the bad throw. Don't force the ball.
Here's Wingfield. Giving to Williams. He twists around a tackle, still on his feet. Spinning out of tackles now. First down yardage down to looks like the Crusader 37-yard line.
Yeah, they had a shot at him.
He left guys reaching for air.
Yeah, they're in the backfield. They had a good chance to get him for negative yards, but we couldn't do it.
2:20 left to go in the half. Wingfield waiting for a snap. Roland looking at his left. Blankumsey with the ball. He runs this guy right off his shorts. And Blankumsey still on his feet. Touchdown, Winton Warriors. Amir Blankumsey says, it's my turn. Feed me here, too.
Great running by Blankumsey. Great pass.
That's right. I mean, that's that little short pass. Ends up taking it all the way. Here's Ramel Velasquez. See on the Wild Bird Unlimited replay here. Waiting to put this PAT through. The hold is down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 2:01 left to go in the first half here from Frederick Stadium, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 34 and the visiting Moeller Crusaders nothing.
Here's the replay of the touchdown. A quick little pass out here to Blankumsey, and right there was the moment they had to get him, but he just weaves his way through the defenders.
See, this is the kind of thing that they need on film for future opponents to see that they got other poison other than just Mine Williams, the BMW that they can put on folks.
Yeah. A lot of weapons come at you from many different dimensions.
I think they got a place, we get to the place now where they can score points on defense.
So does this bring in the mercy rule already?
You know what it is.
Okay, we're informed that the mercy rule takes effect at the beginning of the second half. So if one team's up by 30 points or more, the clock will keep running.
So Velasquez puts his ball into the end zone where the Crusaders will set up shop on their own 20.
So if you're Moeller, what do you tell your players at halftime, Jake?
Well, you kind of tell them, hey, took a fairly long bus ride over here, and we want something to go back to Moeller High School with. So, two or three of you guys going to have to deputize yourself and see to it that we put some points on the board here. I hate to see my old buddy Chad Murphy getting put down like this, but I talked to him briefly before the game, and I told him when this game is over, you don't have to go home, but you got to get up out of here. Back to throw. Pass is complete. Still on his feet until he's hammered by Warrior defenders, and
First down.
clock running, 1:47 left to go in the half. I know Moeller wants to do something before halftime, but they better be careful throwing this ball around. I saw, again, the Warrior defense had at least 6 or 8 interceptions, house call interceptions the other day at practice. Back to throw. He's hammered for a loss. He has a little bit too many pats on that ball.
Yeah.
Here on the Wild Bird Unlimited replay.
He had a chance to pass here, and then he was about to do it and decided better not.
Kai Sixamay on that stop. Clock under a minute to go in the half, down to 53 seconds. Here comes the Warriors. They're not going to get him, and he's still on his feet.
Got the first.
Finally taken down by number 15 in the Warrior defense, Will Whitson. 42.2 seconds left to go in the half. Falls fumbled. Clock rolling. 27 seconds left.
Few sighs of relief going up on the Moeller sideline over that one. Snap that didn't connect.
9 seconds. Aldemilli's still on his feet, but he's finally hammered. And I'll tell you, the Winton Woods defense has showed up again here this week.
Moeller got crunched on that one.
So there you go, Tom. That's the end of the first half here from Frederick Stadium, Forest Park, Ohio, where we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors, 34, and Archbishop Moeller Crusaders, nothing. Waycross Community Media will be back with more after halftime.
Waycross Sports coverage of Winton Woods High School football is made possible in part by More Air. Wild Birds Unlimited, your backyard bird feeding specialists. The 3rd Annual Financial Empowerment Conference. Bishop's Auto Care. And Omni Funplex.
Ladies and gentlemen, your past and present Winton Woods High School Marching Band. The Grand Marshal for this year's homecoming parade is Forest Park Assistant Fire Chief Jermaine Hill. He's been a member of the Forest Park community and has worked with Forest Park firefighters for nearly 20 years. He says the excitement of riding fire trucks and providing patient care while having a positive impact on the community is what caused me to fall in love with the fire service. His favorite part of working with our students here at Winton Woods High School is that they help him remember his why he got into the fire service, why it's important to serve and serve publicly, why he needs to exercise, and more. He loves that the students help him keep up with all the latest dances and music. Many of the students know him for the firefighter fitness drill. It started out as a project for a class he was taking called Fire Life Safety Educator. The assignment was to implement a program that could have an immediate positive impact on the community while also combating childhood obesity nationwide. He felt that empowering students with knowledge about how to make good food choices while exposing the students to firefighter activities like running, saving patients, and pulling a fire hose would not only help the students be healthier, but also give them access to the fire service and have fun while doing it. Assistant Chief Hill is trying to hire future fire chiefs, and Forest Park has many that can do the job. The most impactful people in Assistant Chief Hill's life have been Jesus Christ, his grandmother, who did so much for so many, but with so little, and his family that support and love him unconditionally. Cammy Moore Hill, who grew up in Morocco, and is a Forest Park Charger, his daughter Kai, his sons Jalen, Chris, and Joshua, and his snaughter, that is sister and niece daughter, Ariana, a Winwood's grad, and his dog Lucy. He would like to thank his family for all their support and love. Some of Assistant Chief Hill's favorite hobbies are playing football, basketball, playing music, and grilling. At the firehouse, Hill prepares several dishes that would make you open up that top button of your pants. But most recently, he's the reigning chili cook-off champ. He looks to repeat at the Forest Park Harvest Fest and Open House on Saturday, October 26th. It's from 12 to 2 at the Forest Park Firehouse. Games, candy, fire trucks, and his chili will be included. Everyone's invited. Let's give a big round of applause to Fire Chief Jermaine Hill. Now, for the homecoming court. Representing the freshman class of 2023, the lady of the 2019 homecoming court is Jaden Knighton. She is escorted by the lord of the 2019 homecoming court, Colin Sullivan. Representing the sophomore class of 2022, the Duchess of the 2018 homecoming court is Yaire Rojas. She is escorted by the Duke of the 2019 homecoming court, Ronnie Taylor. Ronnie is also escorting our Princess of the 2019 homecoming court. Representing the junior class of 2021 is Nalia Lang. Now for the 2019 homecoming senior court. Senior attendant, Jayla Atkinson. Jayla Atkinson is involved in Winton Woods High School's Advanced Women's Choir, Bella Voce. She plans to major in nursing at the College of Her Dreams, the University of Cincinnati. Her ultimate goal in life is to succeed and change the world for the better. Next is senior attendant, Tyja Griggs. Tyja Griggs is a part of student council, a cappella, and chamber orchestra. Next year, Tyja is planning to attend UC Blue Ash, pursuing a degree in psychology. She also wants to get a certificate for organizational leadership. After college, Tyja plans to start her own therapy practice and live a very successful life. Her motto is, work hard in silence, let success make the noise. Now, senior attendant, Janae Jones. Janae Jones was very active at her old school of Mountain Point High School and carried many of those skills when she joined us here at Winton Woods High School. Janae participated in track, student council, and was captain on the dance team. She is currently undecided on where she wants to go to college, but she knows that she wants to attend an HBCU. She plans on studying law to become a civil rights attorney. After graduating from law school, she plans to own her own law practice. Next is senior attendant Delilah Terry. Delilah Terry has been very active at Winton Woods High School. She's involved in student council, is a senior ambassador, and serves as a mentor in our recently initiated peer mentoring group, Girls Guide. Delilah plans on attending Ohio State University, where she will major in psychology or in science. Her main goal in life are to become financially stable and give back to the less fortunate. Next is senior attendant Chantel Way. Chantel was a cheerleader at her previous school, DePaul Cristo Rey High School, and class president of the 39s class at the Bluegrass Challenge Academy. We are happy that she returned to Winton Woods home for her senior year. You may recognize her as the mermaid from the homecoming flute this year. She plans on attending Columbia University for architecture. She's excited to experience new things in the next phase of her life away from home. Next is senior attendant Rayshawn Griffin. Throughout high school, Rayshawn has taken part in theater crew and serves as a choir officer. Rayshawn plans on attending Miami University and going into the pharmaceutical field to become a local pharmacist. He wants to help people get better and live healthier and happy lives. Next is senior attendant Michael Shannon. Michael Shannon has been a part of our school's gospel club, drama club, a cappella, and serves as a senior ambassador. Michael does not yet have a set college in mind, but he does know that he wants to major in music therapy. He would like to continue practicing and doing music while helping people at the same time. And now for our 2018 Homecoming Queen, Aria Gaines. And 2018 Homecoming King, Marvin Bennett, to come out and crown our new king and queen. Can we have a drum roll, please? The 2019 Homecoming King is Michael Shannon. And a drum roll for the queen. The 2019 Homecoming Queen, Jayla Atkinson. Congratulations to all of this year's attendance. See you tomorrow at the dance where we will be celebrating Under the Sea.
Thank you, guys. He's the queen.
We close out the 2019 Homecoming halftime with Bruno Mars's Finesse. We hope you enjoy.
Waycross Sports coverage of Winton Woods High School football is made possible in part by More Air. Wild Birds Unlimited, your backyard bird feeding specialists. The 3rd Annual Financial Empowerment Conference. Bishop's Auto Care. And Omni Funplex.
Welcome to the second half here, where the Winton Woods Warriors have jumped out to a commanding 34-0 lead. Now, Coach Parker, I'm sure, is not as stressed as he was at halftime last week. This has been an awesome display on both sides of the ball for the Warriors. Tom, how do the first half stats look to you so far?
Well, they're really pretty interesting. The Warriors had 237 total yards against 134 for Moeller, but Moeller outpassed the Warriors. Moeller had, as you and I talked about during the first half, they had some success throwing the ball. The quarterback, Drew Abermuller, was 10 of 16, 414 yards. But what killed the Moeller Crusaders with those 2 turnovers. But both of them got, which the Warriors were able to cash in for touchdowns, were big. They loomed large over this game. And what else can I tell you? The Mayan Williams had 101 net yards in the half. He had 7.8 yard average on his carries. He carried the ball 13 times. So he was a big offensive producer for the Warriors. We did also want to mention that there was quite a bit of talk up here in the press box during halftime about that pass interference call in the end zone. If you remember, the Moeller Crusaders were deep in the Warriors' end, and they threw a pass to the far corner, and there was an obvious pass interference against the Moeller receiver. Now, what the referees did was move the ball halfway to, they were on about the 3 yard line when it happened. The snap, they moved the ball to the 1.5, half the distance of the goal, and then replayed 3rd down. And what everybody up here is saying is that should have been a first down. But the rules in high school are the same in the pros on that. It should have been automatic first down. So the Moeller crowd up here, as you can imagine, wasn't real happy with that call.
Well, I don't see that call as being a factor in the one way or the other outcome of this game, the way it looks so far. As we see Romel Velasquez addressing this ball and kick it off, get the second half underway. And he's off with the kick. It's going to be caught on the 6 yard line by the Crusaders. Straight north with the ball. He runs through the first wave. Ball's out on the ground, and Winton Woods are saying they got this ball. When Woods recovers that fumble, here we see on the Wild Bird Unlimited instant replay, Tom, where this guy's credit, he goes straight in the mix with the ball, and yeah, there it is, and right out there.
He was carrying the ball with one arm, and the tackler came close. He didn't cover the ball with the other arm. What a terrible start for the Moeller Crusaders. This game's turning into a nightmare.
I see a clean shirt running into the game for Moeller on offense, number 11. And that's Kobe Sanders. Looking to throw.
Oh.
This ball's intercepted. Tries to take the leap, and that's going to be a flag on him for taking that leap, I'm guessing. See here,
this is a pass he would like to take back. He was throwing to the deep receiver, but the receiver was covered, and there was a defender between the quarterback and the receiver.
Yeah, see, and this is where you got to be, if you're the Warriors, you don't have to go for it. Just hand the ball to Williams. So they're getting it sorted out. They're matriculating this ball well up the field here where they're going to put it down at the Crusader 47-yard line. First down. Drew Altamuli got the snap. Double reverse action. Round right in. He's got a blocker. He cuts inside. And he's hit and taken down. Close to first down yardage.
He might have it. Yeah, the old reverse. Showed good speed and quickness on that.
Yeah, that
Warrior
was.
down.
Looks like we've got somebody down on the Warriors.
I think it's number 59, I think.
Kyle Six made down.
No, it's not 59.
That
50. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Number 50. Ouch.
59 standing there. That's
Yeah.
your colleague Ben Quackenbush.
So it's Kai Insulamini. That's
Kind Six made down, and you know they can ill afford to lose him.
he's been a huge performer tonight.
That's right. I know he was tweaked, had some type of problem earlier in the season, but he's up now. And being escorted off for the sideline. Of course, Ben Quackenbush, he is the #1 assistant for the trainer, Adam Shiplett. So, you know, Doc Adams here seeing to it that these boys are looked after. 1st and 10 now for the Crusaders. Rolls, drops straight back, rolls his shoulders, looking to throw this ball. This ball is caught, but it looks like he's out of bounds. They're calling him inbounds.
They're giving him
catch.
that, yeah. I thought he was out of bounds too. I see on the replay here. That's a far side from us. Yeah, he got a foot in.
That's a good call in the truck, so.
This is a
Clock moving at 10:19 to go here. 1st and 10, ball on the Warrior 25-yard line. Trips right. Here they come after him. They got him stopped for about a yard gain. That's number 27, Gabe Goins in there.
Another comment about, I was looking at these halftime statistics some more. There were only 2 penalties called in the entire first half. One against each team.
Well, that's a good sign for the Warriors.
Yeah, there were a lot of penalties last week.
So here the Crusaders come up on the ball. Whistle, timeout. What are these officials? The officials are taking someone out the game here, number 15. What is that? Number 45 runs in.
I think it was an equipment adjustment issue. I'm not sure.
Here they come, and they got him sacked.
Yeah,
Taylor Long, he's playing a game ball caliber game here for the Warriors.
Yeah, he shot the gap there. Nobody blocked him.
And number 45, just into the game, he was in the backfield there too. That's number 45, Winton Jenkins, 5'9", 160-pound defensive back. They missed the match.
Muley never even had a chance to set up there.
This ball on the Warrior 34-yard line. 8:37 left to go in the third. Altamuli rolling to his right. He stops and throws his ball. It's complete over the middle. He runs out of a would-be tackle, cuts inside, still on feet, down to the 5-yard line where Caleb Tubbs is able to bring him down for the Warriors.
Yeah, Tubbs saved the touchdown there. That was a great play by Moeller. We got looks like the receiver, a little worse for the wear there. Number 6, Anthony Sledge.
Yeah, they had him kind of twisted a little bit funny at the top of that pile.
Yeah. That was a nice completion.
They're facing a 1st and goal from the 5. This is where defense, I'm sure now they got visions of keeping this shutout in order. Timeout call. Well, this was the where half coming ceremony, Tom, and I was able to find out that the homecoming king was Michael Shannon, and the homecoming queen was Jayla Atkinson.
I was struck by how attractive all the young people were in the court, the king, the queen.
Mm-hmm.
Nice looking young people.
The dance will be held tomorrow at the school. Sure, a good time will be had by all. You know, our colleague Ben Quackenbush, he's showing me his collection of different photos he's taken with cheerleading. He's got photographs of him in the Notre Dame cheerleaders, Kentucky cheerleaders. Okay, so here we go. They come after him again. This pass is thrown over everybody's head, incomplete.
A little bit high. Receiver had position. Pass just been a little bit lower. The timing was good.
2nd and 3. 7:43 left to go in the 3rd.
It was Anthony Sledge on the receiver. He was the one we thought might be injured, but he's back out there. Keep that play in your memory book because that one almost worked.
Yeah, I think there's a couple plays that they might be able to come back with. Man in motion. Looking to throw to him.
They're trying to
Same play again. That ball is incomplete again.
That
Came
pass,
right back to it, though.
They did, right back to it. That pass wasn't quite as good as the first one. The first one was really close. This one, the timing was off ever so slightly. Just a little bit. That was even higher.
Coach Chad
Here's
Murphy.
the first attempt. Yeah, that one.
That ball just went through his hands.
They're going to go for it. 3rd and goal. Why not?
That's right. Why not? 3rd and 5. Clock rolling. 6:30 left to go in the 3rd quarter. They're all after him, and they got him. Dayland Long and a host of others.
He wanted to throw it over the left side of the end zone. They're running a different play, and the receiver was, I think, going to break toward the back corner, but
Will Whitson and Dayland Long prominent on that tackle.
There were 2 Warriors over there, and the quarterback couldn't get the ball off, and by then the rush was in. So good work, Warriors. Preserved that egg on the scoreboard.
So here they are. 4th down, this ball on the 15-yard line. And they're going to try to get some points here. 5:43 left to go. They're going to try a field goal attempt.
Warriors will try to block this, of course.
Oh, we got a left-hand kicker.
Yeah, we do.
Left foot kicker, number 1, Kevin Thibodeau. Hold is down. Whistle on the play.
Oh, offsides on the Warriors, I think.
Oh, they're calling offsides on Winton Woods. And
that would make it a 1st down, if I'm not mistaken. No.
They still had 10 yards.
No, they would not. I was wrong.
We see on the Wild Bird Unlimited replay, the Couldn't see the offside.
The left side of the Warriors line, I think.
Timeout now being called by the Crusaders.
That makes it 4th down from the 5. I don't know what do. You bring the field goal kicker out again, or you say, no, we're going to try?
They might as well try to get a field goal happening.
Yeah, I think if I were the Crusaders, I'd want just some points on the board at this stage. Something.
Yep.
Something positive.
If you want to roll the dice, kick a field goal, and come back with an onside kick, maybe. At this point, they need to get some points on the board. See what the Warrior defense comes out here. Field goal attempt again. I'm sure they don't want to see the Crusaders even get on the scoreboard now. And now it's like the Crusaders are going to send their offense on the field now and going to try that field goal.
Yeah, you're right. Quarterback's back out there.
4th and 5 here. Officials are
moving the ball over here to the near hash mark.
So we got this ball down on the right hash, and ultimately waiting to snap. He's got a man in motion. Here come the Warriors again on defense. This ball's thrown and it's incomplete. And that's going to be where the Warriors take over on downs.
The ball was a little bit underthrown, and Javon Thompson for the Warriors running over there. Watch number 21 for the Warriors come into the picture here right there.
The ball had too much float on it.
Yeah, you're right. If he'd zipped that a little bit more, he could have completed it.
He could have completed that. So we see the Warriors offense taking the field. Mayan Williams out there now. This is where Coach Dre and his staff got to determine how long they want to keep these valuable guys in this game. 34-0 score here, but Mayan Williams is in there. There's Williams with the ball on the Wildcat snap. He cuts around, no tackler. He's up the street. He's going to outrun this guy to the spot, but he's finally knocked out of bounds at the Warrior 40, at midfield, right at the 50-yard line. They called him out of bounds.
They did the Wildcat snap, and Williams, a big hole in the line there. And Williams was off to the races. Goodness, he's quick.
That's the BMW, just like he's going around some S-curves. Yep. Here you are, 1st and 10. Wingfield gives to Williams again. Runs through a tackler, but he's met at about 2-yard gain here. .353 left to go in the 3rd quarter. This is where eventually I know Mikhail Wingfield likes to run this ball a lot too, and he's eventually going to pull it out of Williams' stomach and keep it himself. Throws his ball. Blankumsey with the grab. Nice play on defense by the Moeller Crusaders.
Yeah, it was Carrington Valentine, number 3, made a nice play there
to keep that from being a house call.
Yeah, that would have been a big, big gainer if he hadn't made that tackle.
Under center, Wingfield, Blankumsey in motion. They had a big struggle, and he gets Mayan Williams practically killed because of that. They get in and tackle for loss in the backfield, and this here is like...
That's something you don't see very often. Williams tackled for a loss.
Oh, they're going to be 4th and 2. 2:44 left to go. The Warriors break the huddle here. Williams wanted that ball. I guess Wingfield did too. Wingfield incomplete out in the right flat. Javante Murray couldn't come up with that, so that's going to be a turnover on downs for the Warriors. Let that ball get too close into his body there.
Yeah.
So the Warrior defense, I see they got Kai and Sixmay back in the game.
That's good to see.
Yes. So, referees wind his clock in gear, and clock's rolling at 2:16. Drew Altamuli back there waiting for a snap, straight drop, looking to throw this ball over the middle, incomplete. Just off the hands of his receiver, number 22. Clock at 1:39 left to go here in the third. So the Crusaders break the huddle. He's going to have Gabe Goins back there with them. Hands the ball to Goins. Goins runs straight north with the ball. Nice carry up to about the 49-yard line.
Yeah, that was an interesting play, delayed handoff. And it looked like a pass initially, and the Warriors held up a little bit. And they got a pretty good gain out of that. Makes it, 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3 here. See what the Warriors can come up with on defense. They need to get off the field here. Clock moving. 35 seconds left to go in the third. Here they come. Daylan Williams. The guy picks up his blitz. Altamuli throws his ball deep down the field, and it's going to be incomplete.
He floated that ball up.
And he's lucky he's getting it back again.
Yeah, if he'd zipped that, the Moeller receiver had separation, no doubt.
Caleb Tubbs was able to just enough to it to make a decent play on defense. As the clock runs out, that's the end of the third quarter here from Frederick Stadium on the campus of Winton Woods High School, where we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 34 and the Moeller Crusaders nothing.
That'll make it a 4th and 3. The Crusaders just want to get some points on the board. Anything, some points. And as the game goes on, the Winton Woods Warriors defensive unit is going to more and more want to keep that 0 up there.
I'm impressed with the way they're playing defense this year.
They are so good. They do so many things well. They're keeping the penalty flags off the field. They're playing smart. There's just a lot to like about this team in the blue shirts today. And for the whole season, all the games, it looks so solid.
Yeah, I mean, this is our second time covering them this year.
These are convincing games.
So here's Altamuli, straight drop, looking to throw. This ball's thrown.
Oh, that was a nice pass. That'll be a first down. And these are good teams the Warriors are playing. That's the other thing. These are not patsies at all.
Of course, this is a first-year coach for Moeller. And the first year with Chad Murphy being the offensive coordinator here. Head coach Todd Nauman.
They look to be a team in transition. And you suspect that next year they're going to be stronger.
Yeah, but I don't know. Crusader Nation, they're not used to having an offense that is not real effective.
No, they're not.
I don't think, hopefully, our buddy Chad Murphy, they'll have some patience. Chad Murphy's a good coach. He did a respectable job everywhere he's been. Of course, we're trying to get this sorted out. Here the Crusaders offense is now, dressing the ball, rolling out, looking to throw over the middle. This ball is incomplete. Yeah, they had a lot of heat on ultimately that time.
He had to unload the ball, so the passes off a little bit. I thought the Warrior might have hit the receiver a moment before the ball got there, but there was no call.
2nd and 10, 10:29 left to go.
It probably wouldn't have mattered. I don't think it was. Here's a replay. Yeah, that's
no call.
Yeah, there's no call. That's fine.
Crusaders break the huddle, up on the ball again. 10:07 left to go in the game. Great drop. Ultimately, ball's complete. Runs out of the tackle and still nice yardage down to the Warrior 31-yard line. First down.
Daniel Dunlap with the catch. It takes some courage to go in the middle like that. If you catch a pass like that right across the line of scrimmage in the middle, you know you're going to get clobbered. You really got to concentrate to hang on to the ball. You did a good job.
Okay, here we are. Ultimately, he hands the ball. He breaks off a couple of tackles and into the secondary for about a 4-yard carry.
There's nearly a tackle for a loss in the end, behind the line of scrimmage, but no, he was able to escape for a nice game there. And right there, they had a shot at him.
Yeah, guy. So here the Crusaders come up on the ball. 8:30 left to go in the half here. Ultimately, got the snap, throws to his right. The ball's caught. He's running into the Winton secondary, but he's hit hard.
Oh, yeah, he bounced backwards. Okay, he's going to catch the pass, head up the field, and now right there. Whoa, ouch.
That.
The Warriors is down.
Warrior timeout. That might be the guy who put the hit on.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I think it's number 4, Mequan Grace, I think. I'm not positive about that.
You see the Warrior hydration staff out there getting these guys some fluids. 8:08 left to go in the game. Of course, next week, Waycross Media, on Friday night, they will be visiting the confines of Northwest High School. It's where the Northwest Knights will be taking on the Aiken Falcons. And then in a rare Saturday afternoon game to be brought to you from here at Winton Woods, we have the visiting Cleveland St. Ed coming in here to play the Warriors, defending. We're going to be covering the Cincinnati Christian University football game at Taft High School. So this coming week, the resources of Waycross Community Media, the WCM, will be stretched to its fullest. That's why we need volunteers to come in and help us out with these games. You would like to volunteer, this now be your chance. You don't have to be shy. Just get up here and put the headset on. Think of it as karaoke almost. The number you want to call is 513-825-2429. Make that call. Be proud of your achievement of helping our young people. You know, I got a lot of people running around saying what they would do to help young people. They go into a burning building. They would shoot somebody if it was needed. But nobody seems to show up to help them. I mean, I've been doing this now for 14 years, and we've had a few good volunteers come and go. Like Tom, you know, you're a good volunteer. You've been doing this now for what, about 4 years?
4 or 5 years, yeah.
4 or 5 years. Okay, so
I've enjoyed it.
here comes Moeller. Here comes Winton Woods. They're timing that. Just
Oh, my God.
Pick. That's Kyle Sixame. He cuts back inside. Blocker fan out, but fortunately for Moeller, they make the tackle on it, Sixame, whereas Kai is just having a blast. Moeller guy might be down a little bit hurt.
You had that one right, Jake. Reggie said they were timing it. He timed his way in front of that pass. Boy, he's had a big game tonight.
Well, that was a nice block, though.
Yeah, it was. I thought he was going to get to the end zone, but
yeah, well, he had to slow down and change direction and things like that, you know.
Yeah.
So we got a Moeller player down. We see again, and Sixame just steps and jumps that route.
They sure did.
And that was a nice finishing touch block that was put on that quarterback. That's number 15 with that block. That's
Nate Pabst is number 15 for Moeller.
no, the Winton Woods
Warriors.
number 15. That's Will Whitson, a senior defensive lineman. And I'm talking about that guy was hammered down with that block. So we see the Warriors on.
You're going to see a replay of this run.
That's enough to slow him down. But that block.
Oh, yeah, that block onto the quarterback. He went down on his back and his head snapped onto the ground. We've got him up now. Let's hope he can come back into the game. It's been a rough day for him. He's played very well. He's made some good passes, but he's gotten hit hard several times. The Warriors have had good pass rushes. He's carried the ball a few times. He's gotten hit hard.
Okay, so here's the Warriors lining it up on offense. And when are they going to consider taking some of these players out the game? Low snap. Here's Williams with the carry. Picks up good yardage. Looks like he's down to about the 28-yard line of the Crusaders. That's right. They got to get some of these guys out of the game. They already had Mine Williams on the sideline once with a tweaked ankle.
Yeah, we saw Mequan Grace come out. He looked like he had some kind of upper body injury.
This is where there's a give again. Williams plants his foot and he's out inside of a tackle, still on his feet, steps back inside, and he's down at the 12-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Warriors.
He's able to turn the corner, and he almost broke this. He's upset at himself for not being able to keep his balance, but it was, you can see he bounces outside there, and right there they would have gotten him out of bounds anyway. But
these guys got to stop wearing themselves out. He shouldn't be in the game now.
Yeah, you do. 34-0 lead.
Is Jamonte Murray back there? Wingfield gives it Jamonte Murray. He muscles inside where the host of Crusader defenders are there for the stop. So, Mikael Wingfield back into the huddle. Warriors break the huddle. Wingfield back there. In a pistol, there's Murray with him. Murray gets the carry. Runs it in there, but it's like they're going to have him down at about the 8-yard line. Yeah, so with next week's opponent here, Saturday game, Cleveland St. Ed. I bet you a lot of Coleraine people will be at that game.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so here we are, 3rd and 5. Whistle. Illegal procedure on the Warriors.
I think that's the 5th penalty of the entire game. This is the most penalty-free high school game I believe I've ever seen.
That's good, though. I mean,
it is.
Over the years, we've seen our share of penalties.
Yeah, sometimes these games can be pretty slow. It's just one penalty flag after another, but no, boy, not today, not tonight.
So, clock rolling down to 4 minutes left to go in the game. Murray with the carry. Cuts it inside for what he can get. Moeller defenders got him down on about the 9-yard line.
And bring up 4th and about 5.
So the Winton Woods Warriors send Romel Velasquez out on the field. Tried his field goal here. Excuse me. Andrew Booker running in to be on this line to block for his field goal attempt. Why are they waiting? Timeout is called. Warriors have come over, as we can see, some of Warrior Nation trying to beat Elvis to the parking lot. They're leaving early.
They've hung in here well tonight. This is the first time I've seen any of the Warrior fans leaving. They've savored every minute of this. And why not?
Well, they can leave knowing that their team put on a awesome performance on both sides of the ball tonight.
They have, and here they are beating Moeller for the third consecutive year.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
I wonder if many teams could say that they beat Moeller 3 consecutive years.
well, they've turned the trick on a couple of GCL South opponents like that. I'm thinking they've beaten Elder the same way. Of course, our friend, there's Demir Blankenstein. He's got to run all over the place.
He's in a rock and a hard place.
Look at that block. You know, I knew that was going to happen.
Flag on it.
You know, Malcolm Bryant throws blocks like that. Low center of gravity.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Clock is rolling. 2:35 left to go in the game. Looks like Coach Dre has his team over there on the sideline, maybe trying to calm them into some cooler heads prevailing for this last 2:32 of this ball game. And you know, we see Blankenstein again. A lot of them changing direction plays, set up bad angles.
Block in the back. Thankfully, no one got hurt on that. Helmet to helmet, we're told.
So we're going to have to see how the Warrior defense reacts to this. I mean, again, at this point, the thing that they want to have the total victory now is the shutout. There's the give. Guy's getting outside, but he's not going to be able to make much of anything, maybe a yard. Yeah, so the Warriors won't have a whole lot of time to celebrate this victory, because with Cleveland St. Ed coming up in here this coming Saturday, they know they're going to have to be on their A game for that. Clock rolling, 1:38 left to go. There's a give inside. Run straight north with the ball, but the Warrior defenders are there. Subs are coming into the game on defense now for the Warriors. Here's Moeller breaking the huddle. Warriors trying to get a late substitution in this game. There's number 18, Cortez Foster Gatewood, junior linebacker, 5'10", 187.
Yeah, the Warrior, we'll talk about this in a moment, but the Winton Woods Warriors, Daylon Long came out, number 8, and he was hanging one of his arms kind of funny. I hope he's all right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. 33.1 seconds left to go in the game now, and Warrior Nation is getting out of here almost like it's raining outside, which it's not, but they are really skipping out of here now.
It's going to be a pretty good traffic jam getting out of here tonight.
Clock rolling down to 12 seconds left to go in this game here. And
that's it.
That's it. There you go. So, 000 here. So, from Frederick Stadium here on the campus of Winton Woods High School, Forest Park, Ohio, we have a final score tonight of the Winton Woods Warriors 34 and the Moeller Crusaders nothing. For my partner Tom Hall and all the fine resources of Waycross Community Media, this is Jacob Williams wishing you so long. See you next week. Moeller, have a good ride back home. Thank you.
Waycross Sports coverage of Winton Woods High School football is made possible in part by More Air. Wild Birds Unlimited, your backyard bird feeding specialists. The 3rd Annual Financial Empowerment Conference. Bishop's Auto Care. And Omni Funplex.